Hey guys, what's up? It's Miss Congoer here, and I hope you all are having an awesome day. I know I am. I got to hang out with my mom, got to do a little bit of cleaning in my apartment, and now I am enjoying some Harry Potter, as you can see on my TV. By the way, Goblet of Fire is my favorite movie, favorite book out of the entire series. I don't know why. I think it's because of the whole teen. It's more teenage based because I mean the guys are starting to notice girls, and it's funny because they're trying to ask the girls to this ball, and it's just really awkward for the guys. So I feel like that kind of is like real life for us. So anyway, little sidetrack there. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so I'll probably be making videos of those in the future as well. So back to the main purpose of this video, which is talking about Backlash. I think Smackdown did a really good job with their first pay-per-view of the year for the brand split. I do think there could have been a few changes. The one thing I wish could have been different was the Dolph Ziggler versus Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. I wish it would have been a different outcome. I really, really hoped that Dolph Ziggler would come out as the champion. I feel like he is one of the people that is definitely underused in WWE and is kind of overlooked. Same with Cesaro. Both of them have amazing talent, and both of them can be used to their potential in WWE if they got the chance. And I don't think WWE is doing that. And hopefully fans will voice this and say, hey, we want to see these guys. We want to see more of these guys. We want to see them win titles. We want to see them main eventing. And hopefully because of the whole new era that's happening in WWE, they'll get those shots. That includes Cesaro. That includes Baron Corbin, who I think him and Apollo Crews could have had a better match. I love Apollo Crews. I think he is awesome, and he's been doing awesome since he's gotten up to the main roster, and his movesets are amazing. But like I said, I really think they need to be used more often. And hopefully, because they are on SmackDown, which is the brand for change, that they will get more of those opportunities. And going on to probably my second favorite match of the entire night was the Dean Ambrose versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship. That was an amazing match. Both competitors went out there and did A+ performance. It was incredible. It was back and forth. I did notice online that a lot of people were upset with the outcome of the match, and more so for how AJ Styles won the match, which was with a low blow. The thing is, AJ Styles is a heel. I understand he won clean against John Cena in his last match, and that is awesome because it showed that, you know what, he deserves to be there. He beat like the top guy in WWE, and he won it fair and square. He didn't need help from the club. He did not need to cheat, but he won it fair and square. However, people have to understand that he's a heel. He's playing a character. I'm breaking the fourth wall here. He is playing a character, and that job is to get people upset with him, to make people hate him, and that's what he did. All the talk online, he did his job, and even though he did win, I'm pretty happy about that. I'm a huge AJ Styles fan, have been since TNA. I used to watch TNA a lot. I haven't watched it lately, and I may get back into it, but at the moment, I'm so lost and confused that it would take a while for me to get back into TNA how I used to be. So even though Dean Ambrose did lose, I think he had an awesome run as a champion. And I was so happy when he had won the championship. You don't understand. When he won at Money in the Bank, I lost it. I was in the living room watching it, and all I could hear, as soon as he won the Money in the Bank, that match, I was like, okay, he is going to cash in that night. There's no way he's not cashing in. He has said he's cashing in if he won. He's cashing in that night. And I was like, okay, WWE, you're not going to screw this up. You are going to have him win it. And when he won it, I lost it. I shouted. I was screaming. And my mom, whose bedroom is right next to the living room, she was like, is everything okay? And I'm like, Dean Ambrose won. I was so happy. I knew he deserved it. He has scratched and clawed his way to get that title, and he has held it for a pretty good amount of time. 84 days. I'm not too familiar, I'm not too certain on the record. If you guys want to put that down in the comments, the exact date, let me know, because I do want to be right on this. So he held it for a pretty good amount of time, and I'm hoping that this is going to lead to a longer feud between the two, and that it'll just create more matches, create a better storyline, and we'll get to see him hold the title again. Hopefully AJ Styles will get a good run with it, because I think he honestly deserves it. He is an amazing athlete. Over about 15 years in the business, he's held almost all the major titles and all of the developmentals, and to finally get the WWE Championship, he's basically the top guy in wrestling, and that's pretty amazing considering the amount of talent that is all over, not just the US, but all over the world. Alright, so going on to my favorite match of the night, and the one that I think was the absolute best, was the women's title match. That by far, and I will fight anybody on this, was A+, amazing, and I felt so bad for the guys who had to follow up with that match, because the women set the bar. The show was here, that match was here, so they had to go either here to meet them or to exceed those expectations. And I think they kind of, it was even, because the women put on an amazing match. Every single woman was awesome out there, and I was very surprised. I knew Natalya, I knew Naomi, I knew even Nikki, I knew Becky, that they would be amazing in that match because they've had the experience. I was very surprised with Carmella and Alexa Bliss. They surprisingly shocked me in a good way. They came out there and you wouldn't know that they were new. They owned that ring like they had been there for 4 or 5 years instead of a couple of good weeks on the main roster. And they put on one hell of a show, and I applaud each and every woman who got into that match. A history-making match. Not only was it a first six-pack challenge for the women, it was the first ever match to crown the first ever Smackdown Women's Champion. So whoever had won that match was making history, and all those women were making history. And I was so happy with the outcome. In the other video before, I had said my predictions were going to be either Naomi or Becky Lynch. And I was very happily surprised that my prediction was right, that Becky won. I am a huge, huge Becky Lynch fan. And to see her finally get a WWE title after all the years she's worked, it was incredible. Like, Becky Balboa, you did it. And I was cheering and I was celebrating in my apartment along with her and all the fans. And I don't think, besides Naomi, that there was anyone more deserving of that title. Probably also Natalya. But Naomi and Becky had not held the title yet. So I was hoping one of them would win because they deserved it. And hopefully, maybe this will lead to Becky and Naomi kind of maybe getting into a feud, a storyline. And maybe after Becky, maybe she drops the title to Naomi. But hopefully after a pretty good title run. I don't want her to lose it pretty quickly, because that would suck. That would really, really suck. Okay, and Alexa Bliss. I have to say, that sassy little spunk of a girl did absolutely amazing. And I loved her outfit. I loved the Harley Quinn vibes, because she went in there and she acted crazy. And she did amazing. I loved her move from the corner. I believe it was with Nikki. The flip into the pin, that was awesome. And that kind of reminded me a little bit of Sami Zayn, if you guys know the move I'm talking about. And it was pulled off flawlessly and smoothly, and for her to still be a new kind of, basically she's still pretty new, to pull off that kind of move, it was pretty incredible. I also have to give my shout out to Carmella, the Princess of Staten Island, fabulous. Okay, she was awesome. She brought attitude, and she owned that ring. Like, she'd been there for this entire time, and she didn't take anybody's crap. Another thing is, I do love Carmella. I like her feud that she has with Nikki. I think hopefully WWE books that right, because they can get some awesome matches between those two. So, kind of digressing a little bit, and my favorite move of that night was the suplex powerbomb with Nikki, Carmella, and Naomi. I really hope I got that right. Let me refer to my notes. And I was right. Yay, I actually remembered it. That was awesome. And also Naomi's springboard from the top rope, which we haven't seen a lot of women do, was incredible. I mean, it took out all the girls, and to be able to do that where some guys can't even do that was pretty amazing. And the women's revolution is going very well, and I have very high hopes for it, and I hope to one day be working for the WWE and helping improve that women's division for all the future women superstars. So fingers crossed on that. Alright, so kind of getting at the end of the video. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about. If there's anything that you guys noticed on Backlash that you guys want to talk about, definitely leave a comment below. I love talking with you guys. If there's anything you might disagree with me about, you know what, I would love to discuss it with you in a very formal, in a good way. I don't want to be berating. I don't want to argue with people. That's not fun. You guys know that. That's not fun. I love all of you guys. Everybody has their own opinion, and I want to hear everybody's opinion on it. So if you guys want to leave something below, definitely leave a comment, like this video, and also subscribe. I mean, come on, just one click, just a click of a button, just subscribe, and you would make my day. Trust me. And before I sign off, I do want to give a little shout out to Hot Topic. I've had a few people ask me when I go out about my hair. So this is the first time I've ever dyed my hair by myself without a professional doing it, and I was very nervous with doing that because I was afraid it would turn green. Surprisingly didn't, and the colors I got were, of course, Harley Quinn inspired. I'm a huge Suicide Squad fan, so I wanted to do something related to her. I got this dye kit. It's the splatter dye from Hot Topic, and they actually have a box kit of Harley Quinn. So it'll have the bleach in it, it'll have the pink, it'll have the blue, and it was all for about $12, and they even have really good instructions in the box to help you along. So if you guys are wanting to dye your hair, I would definitely go to Hot Topic, because they know their stuff, because a lot of the employees there use those products. And these products, it is semi-permanent, so it will last a while. It depends on your hair type as well as how many times you wash your hair, but it should last a good few weeks, and it looks awesome in my opinion. So that's my little tidbit info. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Have fun, be safe, and as always, keep it tight.